Welcome to HopexPodcast. The topic for today is fears of facing fears. And in this topic today, we're going to talk about fears that people face and how to overcome fear. Although this is part one of fears of facing fears, but as we all go along, we are going to have part two and part three and so on to talk more about fear and how we can overcome it. I hope this episode helps you to understand that fear is a normal part of life, and I hope that you learn something from it. I'm Praise Hopel from HopexPodcast. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, I'm Praise Hopel from Hopex Market Company. And today's topic is fears of facing your fears. This topic is supposed to help you understand that to overcome fear in life, you have to face your fears. Fear is a normal part of life to me. It is something that everybody has to go through. It's never an easy thing for a lot of people, and that's normal. Fear can sometimes take your values away, make you to become someone that you're not. It can affect who you are and who you're trying to be. Fear can actually create setbacks. It can put you in a position where you never imagined because you allow your fear to overcome you. And that is okay because a lot of people deal with fear and it has led to a lot of numerous negative things such as suicide, loss of friends, family, secrets, being someone that you're not because you're trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not. Fear has actually affected you and a lot of people not focusing and going after their dreams. Fear can do so much more than that. It can put you in a position in your life that you will start to think of this issue or the mental state of you being somebody that you're not. But one thing you have to understand is that fear is a normal part of life. There is no way in this world where a hero or a person will never have to face fear. The only difference between people and fear is that you have the power over it. You have the power to overcome fear, and you have the power to take it in your hand to either get over it or use it to become somebody better or achieve your goals. Fear is very common among people. It is a stage in our lives where we are facing the most difficult times and the most challenging times. But I'm here to tell you today that everyone in this world have to go through it. It is a must to go through fear. I remember a friend of mine about 4 years ago. She was going through suicidal thoughts and she actually did not end up taking her life, but she tried many times. For some reason, she's alive. She overdosed about twice. The second time she was took to the hospital. She was actually raped when she was about 11 years old and she kept it to herself. So every time she has this trauma and this fear and pain. So one thing I noticed about her was that she wasn't a person that talks a lot. She kept everything to herself. Even though we were friends, we weren't as close as good friends, but we were just friends. She was somebody that I knew, and she called me a friend and I called her my friend. But she was going through a very difficult time of her life, and I didn't realize that because I was young and she was young, and I was at a point of my life that I wasn't noticing what people do or how they do it, or noticing everything that people do because I wasn't so sensitive to learning everything. I was a teenager. I was in that life of being young and just living my life without thinking of consequences. So at this time of my life, I haven't become this person that I am now. So I wasn't able to notice everything about her. But I'm glad that it happened because it just didn't help me, but it also helped her. Now she is in a college, and she is actually doing her bachelor's, and I'm so very proud of her. She feared that she can never be with a man. She feared that she can never have that connection with a man or a connection with somebody that will ever love her. She later on talked about it, why she tried to commit suicide, because she felt ashamed. Even though nobody was watching her, she felt like something was wrong with her. And that's fear. That's what fear can do to you. If she had talked about it or let it go, which I understood because it was hard for her and she couldn't face the shame. Because people have different ways of responding to negative things and bad things that has happened or occurred to them in the past. But I'm glad that she was able to overcome her fear. She started to talk about it, and I understood that all of these things were happening, and I had no idea or it happened in the past. And the person that raped her was her cousin, which was very sad. He later on went to jail, but it would never change what has happened to her. Layla, that's her name, she eventually started to share her story in North Africa, and she does have a Facebook page. She has helped a lot of girls that has been raped and that feel ashamed of themselves. So sometimes we have fear of losing our jobs. Okay, I have watched numerous movies on people trying to cover up, saying they're going to work, but they're not. When bad things happen, people, the one thing that we have to realize is that bad things does happen, and we have to find a way to accept it. Acceptance is a must when bad things happen. You just have to accept that yes, something is wrong and something has went wrong, and you have to accept that. Then you try to find a solution to what has happened or how to solve the problem. Now, if you cannot do it alone, do research. I tell people all the time, there is no better way of acquiring knowledge if you cannot read. Okay? Read, ask questions, talk to people, see a therapist or a physician. Talk to somebody that you trust very well. And if there's no one that you trust and you believe in prayer, then pray. And if you don't believe in prayer, then do read sometimes. Read articles. Try to find something positive about your life that makes it worth living. Okay? Fear has taken so much from people that you will never believe how much it has taken from people. Another thing that I want to talk about in fear is that you can actually lose the most important values and best time of your life when you let fear take over you. Because fear does not exist, okay? It's a non-existent thing, but it is created in our imagination and our pain and our anger. And if we don't know how to deal with it, then it's going to be forever be a problem. Fear can make you become a person that you're not. A girl that was bullied at a place that I used to work, she was bullied by a couple of other group. It was the majority of girls and about 2 boys, and they bullied her several times. So she had fear and she quit her job, and she's better at where she is now, even though she feared of what they might have done to her. But I'm glad that she changed her job, because her living in that type of life with people that are negative wasn't good for her. So her moving and trying to make a change for her life made a change that she could be somebody better, and she has a healthy life without breathing in negativity and having negative energy, because people are absolutely hateful. So the one step to overcome fear is to be yourself. The second step is to accept that it's happening. If you're in denial that's not happening, it's a problem and you will never get over it. The third step to overcome fear is to work on what's actually scaring you. Why is that thing happening? What caused it to happen? The fourth question you need to ask yourself is, okay, now it's happening. How can I fix this? How can I make this better? The fifth step is to accept that even though fear is happening, you have to find a way to diminish those negativity from your life. And the sixth step is you enduring till you find a solution or till you get better. Write things down if you are more of a visual learner or you like to use your hand. Talk to people that you can trust. Talk to your doctor. Talk to somebody. Write it down if you want to write a story or however way that it can help you, but not a way that you're going to hurt somebody else or that somebody else is going to hurt you. Diminish the negativity that is within you. It is very hard to overcome fear. I have actually went through many fears in my life, so I was able and I am able to talk about it today. So fear is a normal part of life. We just always have to find ways to overcome fears. If you'd like to know more about overcoming fear, you can visit our blog at HopexMarket or hopexmarket.com/blog and go under the articles and you can select businesses or overcoming fears, or you can just type it in and it will pop up. These stages can help you to overcome fear. You're not the only one in the world going through fear, and you're not alone. understand that there are people that have been through worse situation than you have. And you cannot gain anything in this world if you take your own life or make it worse for other people because of what you're going through. So I am Praise Hopel from Hopex Market Company and HopexPodcast. If you'd like to have any comments or questions, please kindly put them below. You can always email us at praisehopel@yahoo.com or at praisehopel@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Comment, share, tell your friends. It helps somebody else that's in fear. And if this is not enough, then read articles, like I've said, read books. Pray if you believe it, and if you don't believe it, then find better ways to make it better. But only positive things can diminish fear. Fear cannot diminish fear. Evil cannot diminish fear. Negativity cannot diminish fear. You have to find the meaning of yourself, the meaning of why it's happening, why all of this is happening. That's the only way you can overcome fear. And if you cannot find it, then you have to keep looking until you find. Visit our blog and visit our page. I'm Praise Hopel from Hopex Market Company and HopexPodcast. Come back again, and thank you for listening. Hopex Market, a company that runs in the clothing world, in makeup, and hair, and so much more, such as the brand Hopex itself, and Hopex Clothing, Hopex Blog, Hopex News, and Hopex Everything. Hopex Market runs a blog, a news line, a joke line, a reading line, a poem line, and so much more. You can go to Hopex Market and get discounts, free shipping on everything that you buy. Hopex Market is a giving company. They donate every month. Hopex Market does giveaway every month, and they give to people all around the world, wherever you are. Hopex Market has different things from your skincare products, like your hair, your body butters, which are all organic, no toxications, and no chemicals. If you like to enjoy or have fun, Hopex Market has something called Pexi. It's a social media platform where you can go and meet people all around the world. At HopexMarket.com. Every order that you purchase are free shipping, which means you pay no money for any product that you buy. Everything is free shipping. And they have coupons and discounts every now and then, which works great for me and for anybody else. So if you'd like to know more about Hopex Market, go to HopexMarket.com. Important things of today is to understand your fear and understand what really scares you. Now that you know that fear is a part of life, and it is something that everybody has to go through, overcoming that fear should be your focus, which should be your solution. There are times that things might be hard and we just might be too sad or fearful to face things that we just can never imagine. But know that you're not alone, and fear is just something that happens every day. To overcome fear, you have to know why it's happening, when it happened, the cause of what made it to happen, and how to overcome these things. And the only way to do that is if you try. Fear is normal. You just always have to find a way to overcome it. I hope this helps you. Fear is a part of life, and it is actually a journey where a lot of people have to go through to understand things in life. And when I mean by things, I mean that there are some times in life that the world is not gonna be the way we want it to be, and we will face things that are just very challenging, and it just might be frightening. But just understand that overcoming fear is something that all humans have to go through. But once you have the confidence and you know what to do and what not to do, or you have the power and strength to help you along your way, then fear should be nothing. But even though it is something that we go through every day, I hope this episode has helped you to understand that fear is a lie. below, leave comments, share, tell your friends about Hopex Podcast. If you have any questions, please email us if you want to leave a comment below. And we would love to hear from you. I'm Praise Hopel from HopexPodcast.